Today marks the end of an era, the Eric Chilton era. It is his final day in television.
WFMY News. Gosh.
This is the easy part.
You take over.
WFMY News 2's Tanya Rivera talked to him about his 36-year career in TV news.
I don't even know how you start this and how you say goodbye, Eric Chilton. 36 years in the TV business, 28 here in the Triad, 21 here at WFMY News 2.
Yep.
You were a kid in Mount Airy, and you dreamed about this.
I used to take my mom's bridge card table, you know, the folding card tables, and 3 chairs, and I would put my stuffed animals on the chairs, and I would take a tape recorder and record myself. It was like a talk show. So those were my celebrities, like Johnny Carson, who was my idol growing up. And I went to Carolina. My best friend was from first grade on, was my roommate. And he said, "You're not being honest with yourself." He said, "Who was your idol growing up?" I said, "Johnny Carson." And I said, "Well, what am I going to do with that?" And he goes, "I don't know, TV or something." And I thought, well, TV news. So I got an internship at a station, and the first time I put the headphones on and listened to the director and watched all that and remembered that card table, I said, that's what I got to do.
You had your kids grow up here. Basically, you grew up on camera.
I did. So the twins were 1 when I moved back here, and then Tyler and Drew were born, you know, after that. And I feel like I've raised my family and myself in front of that lens, you know. And for me, that's not bad. A lot of people think that's so uncomfortable because I feel like, again, everywhere I go, I have friends, you know, and so I want them to see my kids grow up. I feel like I'm a part of the community. When I first started out in TV, I asked somebody, how do you talk to that lens like a person? And they said, think about what your house looked like when you grew up and the news came on. And so in my mind, I could see my dad sitting there and my mom sitting there, and every night, you know, back in those days, you watched the 6 o'clock news, and I could see those amber lights and me on my stomach doing homework in front of the TV and a console TV on the floor. And so in my mind, I tried to picture that home every time I went in front of the camera. And I think that really helped me to identify that it's not a lens, it's a person or people.
And I think that shows through. I mean, you don't say the name Eric Chilton without people getting an instant smile on their face.
I hope. I mean, that's the best compliment. For someone to come up and say, your forecast was perfect, your breaking news anchoring was perfect. I've done sports too, there's sportscasts. What really means something to me is when someone comes up and go, I feel like I know you and I just want to start talking to you, you know, and that's the best compliment ever.
We're gonna miss you.
Thank you. I will miss all the people, and you just know in your life when it's time. I've checked all the boxes in this industry, and journalism to me is serving, and I needed to serve in a different way. So, but I miss my people, and you're one of them. So turn it off before I start crying.
Ooh.
So I wanted a moment to, I've said goodbye to everybody at work, right? But I wanted a moment to talk to you, the viewers, because it's true in television, if it wasn't for a viewing audience, we wouldn't be here, right? If you're not watching. And I've always felt like you invited me into your home, like I was family. And you've treated me like that when I'm out and about. So whether it was me working, and I've worked every shift, right? So whether it was the night side and we're kind of tucking the Triad in at night with the information they need, or whether it was morning and helping you get ready with your morning routine and your kids getting ready for school, and you invited me into your home and treated me like family. I will never forget one time when my wife Leslie and I were in the early part of our relationship, and we were out at a restaurant, and a guy walks up and he said, "Hey Eric, you know," shook my hand, "How are you?" "I'm good, how are you?" And I said, "Fine." He said, "How are the twins?" Because Tyler and Drew weren't born yet. And I said, "They're doing great." And he said, "Good to see you." I said, "Good to see you." And my wife said, "Who was that?" And I said, "I don't know." And then she said, "You acted like you knew him." And I said, "Because I feel like I know them. You know, my whole 36 years, that's all I've done is try to identify with people and talk to them. I'm a talker. All my friends know I never shut up, right? I love to meet new people. Again, my wife would say, sometimes I go to restaurants by myself and I'll sit at a table or at the bar. And she said, "I don't know how you sit by yourself like that. Is it uncomfortable to you?" And I said, "No, because I'm never by myself. Because all of you will come up and say the nicest things to me. Again, you have treated me like family. And if it wasn't for, to be honest, television's a little bit of a popularity contest, right? You've made me feel like I'm the most popular person in the world, the way you treat me when I'm out and about. I feel like your family. I hope you feel like I have been your family. And when I look at that lens, I try to look at you and not that camera. So thank you for almost 30 years here in the Triad, even though my career total was 36, 28 of them were here. And you have made me part of your family. Thank you. I'll miss that.
Nice work.
And I'll miss you guys. This is what I'll miss, right? Television is one thing, but it's all the people in the building and just sweet people.
You have been such a fixture here. The entire Piedmont Triad loves you because you were just Mr. Personality. You know, I explain to people, you have no enemies. Everybody loves Chilton.
And you're my spirit animal. You know, and I love that you can be serious, but you can also have fun. Not everybody can do that. So
And
thank
family
you.
is always so important to you. And we have the kids.
Yeah,
and we have Leslie
we've
here.
got the family here.
Yeah, Tyler and Drew
come on.
and Leslie. The twins couldn't be here in case
Tyler's
you're
on
wondering.
his
Come on
phone
out.
over there.
Yeah, come here. Y'all stand
on.
right here.
Yeah.
We'll get you in.
Here.
It must be a
Stand
weird
here.
feeling today.
All day, it's been the strangest feeling that, like it's not real. And I know it won't feel real until I walk into the city. So for those of you that don't know, I'm going to work with the City of Greensboro as a strategic and crisis communications manager. It's another chapter to my life. Again, like I said in that video, I feel like I've checked a lot of boxes, and I'm okay. I'm okay with this. I feel like it's time to do that and let next generation come up and take everything over. I really feel like this place is doing great, and I'm leaving it in really good hands.
Drew, what do you want to say to Dad?
You're doing great.
Thank you. T-Man, you good?
Yeah, I just love
No, I love you too, buddy. Oh, yeah, okay, that's the one. Thank you guys so much for everything today. I can't say enough about how nice this group is to me.
You've been the best.
Yep.
And you still are.
Thank you, Eric, and good luck.
Thank you.